Yeah, buddy, what is up? Welcome back to Duct Tape Dynasty. I am indeed the Duct Tape Dude.
I'm the dude.
And we are back. We're back again. It's football season, baby, and we are excited to be here. One of our favorite shows of the year, the Alternate Uniform Review. If you've been with us for any length of time, you know who's here with us. And so I won't delay too long before getting our guest host on the air. Just want to say before we get started, though, do us a favor, minimize that screen, hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, hit that like button. I tell you what, plenty of reasons to subscribe. Hopefully we're somewhat entertaining. We are doing a super duper jersey giveaway this year. It's going to happen this year. Guaranteed. We're giving it away. A signed Super Bowl I champion jersey. We are giving it away, and I should have been better prepared. I should have had it. It's right here. It's in a box. I'm not going to go digging it out of there now, but we've got it. It's signed. I'll show it to you on the next show. It's there, but whatever. Heck with all that. We'll show you next time. Like I said, one of our favorite shows of the year. Same two guys that we always have. You hear me say we, you only say me. So let's bring them on. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Sergio and the Eggman. Gentlemen, how are we? Yeah, sorry. We're back. Yeah, I should have said, by the way, we'll obviously, if I just say, gentlemen, how are we? Whatever it is, if I refer to both of you with the same question at the same time, it's always Sergio's turn first because he is the guest galore, the one, the only. Yeah, so have that awkward moment. Gentlemen, it's been a year. I can't believe it, but here we are again. We've got Sergio on the mic and back with us to do the alternate uniform review, third year in a row now. Sergio, like I said, how is everybody? Sergio, let's go to the formalities now. How are you? How's your week been? It's Friday. We're here. We're excited to have you. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So you didn't go to work today then, right? Obviously. Oh, okay. That works. Fair enough. Agman, then, how are you? How was your week? The week is over. We're here. I know we're excited. You and I have been talking. Everybody knows that you and I are always excited for this show, but how's your week been? How are you? Well, let's do that then. I'll just bring you on so everybody can hear you. Whatever. Hey, for those who don't know now that I've been the only one that you can hear, Sergio is good. Agman is good. They're here. We're excited. Whatever. And I've got two dogs in the room, and I think both of them farted on command because, dear Lord, I am not good right now. I am being gassed out. Like, jeez. Oh my gosh, man. These foul animals. So anyway, apologies for not having the sound on for our illustrious guests. But like I said, we're here. We're excited. All of us are for the alternate uniform review, third year in a row. Sergio, his feed has gone dark. Oh, there he is. He's back. So shall we just get to it then? I mean, anything that we need to cover that's happened in the last year that we don't know about that everybody out here in internet land needs to know before we get started? No.
Not that I can
Beautiful.
think of. Unless Sergio's got something.
Yes, go.
Are we plugging? Because I
yeah.
plug.
Oh yeah. Golly. Let me see. I'm out of
We're such a professional outfit
here, because this is the first show back. Yeah. So Sergio, for those who don't know, actually, Agman, why don't you do now that I screwed up the intros all too well by muting you guys this entire time? Why don't you tell the folks who our illustrious guest is here, and then Sergio, we'll turn it over to you so that they can hear what you do, where you come from, and how we kind of found you out there in the interwebs. Agman,
Yeah, so
tell them about our guest.
this is, as I think we deemed last time, Sir Sergio.
Oh, yeah.
We found him, at least I found him because I am a huge nerd. So I listened to a podcast that Sergio hosts talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then he said, hey, I'm doing a podcast with some buddies of mine that are going to talk about football uniforms. And I said, absolutely, I have to reach out to this guy because Josh, you and I, everybody knows we're the nerds that look at the uniforms and go, those look cool. We're going to talk about them. And even if it's like a cool play, we're just like, but he looked stupid doing it. So we didn't care. So I reached out to Sergio. He said, heck yeah. So this is year 3, my third different studio doing this in 3 years. But this one will stay for a while. But we found him. He reached out. He wanted to be a part of it, and we need to get him on the show more. That's all I can say.
Right. The show that you found him on was known as Downset Drip. Are you still doing that show, Sergio? And I know you're still doing the Shellheads podcast. So tell the folks about the Downset Drip, if it's still going on, or the show formerly known as Downset Drip, and the Shellheads podcast. What do you have going on?
Well, Downset Drip will probably come back one day. It was very much a like flash in the pan. Let's do this right now because I think it's really funny to do it. And we did it, and we did one season, and we might do it again. I really want to do baseball because baseball has some real stupid jerseys. But Shellheads is always an ongoing concern. And I know you said you're a big nerd. Well, you're not nearly as big of a nerd as the guy hosting the Ninja Turtle podcast. So
that's fair. I'll give you that.
And 3, I have another podcast that I'm doing. I don't know. We haven't decided if it's a limited series or not, but it's called Car Crash Hearts, and it's about music.
Really? Really? How when did you start that one? How long's it been going? Are there episodes out there that people can find? And where can they find these things?
There are 7. 8 is going to drop probably tomorrow. And you can find it on all major podcast platforms or the big 2 podcast platforms, Spotify and iTunes.
Okay. And are you now? I know you do. Obviously, we say that we're a podcast, although really we don't put our show on any podcast platforms. It's only on YouTube. So let me ask. You are an actual podcast, but are you putting any? I know Downset Drip at least was on YouTube. Are you putting any of the current podcasts out on? Are they visual as well?
There's not really a visual aspect to any of them that we're doing. I did release one to YouTube where we talked about album covers.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard to talk about album covers without seeing them.
Sure, makes sense.
So I was thinking contextually speaking, YouTube's the place for it. But I also released the audio to the other form, the other platforms, and I just pointed them to YouTube if they wanted to see stuff. So
awesome, fair enough. Hey, by the way, everyone in the comments, we see you. My apologies that I haven't acknowledged you yet. As you can see, I'm completely task saturated with being able to put the sound on for these 2 guys. So this is a very interactive podcast. So keep those comments coming. I will, as we go through, I will try to keep up with them. And for those comments that are deemed worthy, we will read them out loud, and we'll all react as we go along. But like we said, this is the alternate uni review, 3rd year in a row. This show, a big reason behind it, as we've said at the beginning of every year, Agman and I really enjoy the visual aspect of it. So we like producing the visuals, and this is really our means to be able to show them. It's not that we actually feel like we have anything to offer verbally, but at least it gives us a chance to talk about something we love, which is football, and we get to see all the cool uniforms and whatnot that we like. And
some that we don't like.
Yeah.
We have to talk about them.
Oh, there's definitely some.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I think we'll get started with one of those that I think we won't like. And really, the dogs have already tried to foreshadow this first uniform review. Let's just go to the dog pound itself and start it off with the Cleveland Browns bringing out what I have termed, and I think pretty much everyone out there who has seen these, as the dog turd delight. Our first uniform to review is the Cleveland Browns and their dog turd brown. What do you even? Okay, that's what it is. It's a turd. So yes, we're going to start off with the Cleveland Browns. You know, last year we reviewed they did an alternate where they just whited out their entire uniform, which I'm a big fan of. I know Agman's a big fan of. Sergio, not necessarily, because it may or may not be a color that is in the team's color palette. But I liked those. Now they went the opposite, and the Browns are like, well, we do have. They listened to Sergio. They said this color is in our color palette.
It's on me.
It's all your fault, man. So the dog turd brown, at least it's in their color palette. But I would love, and I've been dying to know what you think of this uniform, Sergio. So let's just toss it right over to you. The all brown Cleveland Browns dog turd brown uniform. What's your view on this one? Go for it.
Well, objectively speaking, it's very ugly. Like, let's just put that on the table. But first, but after doing that, you have to admire them leaning so heavily into dumb Browns stuff, because they're the only team that doesn't really have a helmet logo. They don't really have a personality. It's just, we're the Browns, but we're not brown, we're orange. So now they're like, nah, bro, we're brown now. And so, like, I admire the gumption.
Yeah, it is. Sure, we'll say it's admirable because, well, let's put it, it's better than their seasons usually turn out, right? Or maybe it is about on par with the way their seasons usually turn out. They have laid a dog turd for I don't even know how many years in a row. So is it safe to say, though, that you are not a fan of these? I mean, and like you said, you admire the gumption, but is this a complete foul? Because in my view, my review of this is throw a yellow flag because this is absolutely horrible.
You know, when you go to a kid's birthday party and like a clown shows up and you're like, that guy's dressed ridiculously. And then someone else says, oh, that's the clown. You're like, oh, well, then it makes sense.
Yes. And he's also the drunk guy. So,
yeah,
these guys were definitely drunk when they design these uniforms. Agman, what do you have to say about the dog turn Browns uniform?
I don't know why this is the case. The Cleveland Browns must love our show, because this is the third consecutive show we've done this and the third consecutive time we've talked about the Browns. They did their all whites, they did their white face masks on their regular helmets, and now they're doing this. They are following us. It's weird.
Yeah.
But
it's like only team
like
we
what
can
you
get
said,
to
Sergio,
actually
at least they went for brown this time. So it's like, everyone's thought like, hey, they should do a brown helmet. But then they actually did it, and they shouldn't have done it. Like,
yeah,
it's I guess they can try, but like, this is probably the most boring uniform I've ever seen, because there's just nothing to it. It's
the Browns continue to prove that they literally can't do anything right. No. They can't play football worth a darn. They get frustrated and smack other players over the head with their helmets. They paint themselves brown. Whatever. They're terrible. Let's get to a uniform that is actually worth something. And for those who don't know, although you can kind of see it in his shirt down there, Sir Sergio is a Saints fan, and he is wearing gold. Maybe it's because of this, but the Saints are they've come out with a gold uniform this year. They've swapped things all around. Usually they're gold helmet, black jersey kind of thing, or the white jersey, of course. But now they went with a gold jersey, put a black helmet to it, did some other fashionista things to the stripe down the middle. But Sergio, what do you think about the Saints and their gold uniforms this year? Are you a fan of this?
So I'm of two minds when it comes to this gold uniform. I hate the way it looks.
Oh,
Like a lot. It's the wrong color gold. It should be the darker gold. This is almost like this looks like a urine test.
yeah, that's valid. I was going to say it's very close to a white, but just not quite there. Okay, yeah.
Now, while I hate the jersey, I'm very glad that they're pairing it with the black helmets, because that means they're not going to pair the black helmets with the white jerseys anymore.
Fair.
Here's hoping.
Fair.
So like if they have to pull out these stupid gold jerseys to sacrifice the black helmets to it, I'm fine with it. But they're really bad. That's a bad color.
It's I will say now, Dave in the comments he says that this is a Billings West High School uniform. Now, Sergio, you don't have the frame of reference for that, but being from Montana, the Ag Man and I know that Billings West High, well, this is their actual uniform, really. Billings West High School is where I went to school. It's where I played football once upon a time. We had uniforms that did look kind of like this, the Billings West High Golden Bears. So that would be about my only excitement for this one, would be that it's kind of nostalgic for me, because we literally had black helmets, gold jerseys. You know, it was this is exactly what it was. I just, as far as the an NFL team, I'm glad that the Saints did this, but I agree they kind of missed on the tone of gold, if you will. And with that, now for those who don't know, in Sergio's Downset Drip podcast, which we're 2 years removed from now, they're very, I say they're fashionistas. It was him and two other gentlemen, and they would get into the absolute details of the uniform, to include what we now term, Agman and I, we stole it from these guys, as the piping around the numbers and all that, the other color around the outside of the numbers. I would have just called it the outline, but we have been educated by the fashionistas that it is indeed called piping. Their urine gold uniforms here are such that their outline, their white piping, it blends together. You almost can't even tell that it exists. What could they have done? And Agman, will come to you after this. Sergio, what could they have done aside from maybe going with a different tone of gold? What could they have done to make this better, given the tone of gold they went with? Is there any way to recover from that?
I don't know. I wonder what it would look like with white letters and black piping.
Okay.
Maybe? Or white letters with dark gold. I don't. It's really hard to recover from that color.
Yeah, it's not good. I wonder now. And I said we were going to go to Agman, but now I have another question for you. What about if they went and just kind of, I don't even know how you could term it, but if they just went with, let's say, the black piping, but then they did the same colored numbers, so it was almost just number outline. You know what I mean? So if they went with gold, black, gold,
jerseys,
yeah, would that work?
I mean, then you're just doubling down on the bad color.
Yeah, so. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. All right, well then let's turn it over to Agman. What's your view on this one? I will say though, it's not terrible. It's not Cleveland Browns dog turd uniform terrible. It's
right.
I think there's another uniform we're going to look at later on, which would probably be more terrible than this. However, we'll get there when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
What is your view on these ones?
I don't hate these ones. I kind of, looking at the comments, Dave said glitter slash shimmer gold piping. I was thinking like you get rid of the white piping and you do kind of like a darker, kind of like a, I want to say harvest gold, where it's like almost kind of like hinging on brown, almost not brown, but like the brown gold around the numbers. That might help. But like, I like that they did the gold uniforms or the gold jerseys. They did it once before in the Drew Brees days, and it looked okay then by what I remember. I mean, this is the best pairing they could have done with it. If they would have done gold pants or something, it'd be like, no, you paired that too far. You went too far. I love the gold that they have on their alternate or throwback white jerseys. That's what they should have done with these.
Sure, yeah.
The darker one. But, I mean, these aren't the worst things on the planet. At least the Saints are a little more entertaining to watch than, like, the Cleveland Browns, so you're not bored to death watching them.
Yeah.
These aren't the worst, but they missed the mark. I think they went too light with it, like you guys have said.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
more excited about the other thing they introduced this year more than the uniform.
Yes, which is coming up in just a second, but I've got to get this comment out there, although I think it's going to fall flat. But it's the only thing I can see after Sergio's comment about the urine yellow or gold uniform is, okay, look, once upon a time, for those who don't know, pretty much everybody who's in the comments knows, I was once upon a time in the military, and while deployed to Iraq, it's 3,000 degrees out there, and so they always preach about drink water, drink, because you're going to get dehydrated so fast over there because it's so stinking hot. And the way that you can tell your hydration level, the most effective way, is literally above the urinals. Above every urinal is literally a pee color chart. It's like, if your pee is this dark, then you need to drink more water. If it's this light, you're good to go. This is a perfectly hydrated uniform right here. So these guys have, at least they're well hydrated out there on the field. That's all I can see now, is that they are a well hydrated in terms of, at least when it comes to color of urine. I'm sorry. Anyway,
maybe there's some hydration technology built into it.
Maybe.
And as they play, the jerseys get darker, and then at halftime they come back out and they're white, and then as they play they get darker.
Yeah, maybe. And it probably actually will happen depending upon what time of year they wear them, because as they sweat, they'll get
you got
darker.
Your big dudes too. Like, it's gonna happen. We're gonna see this result.
Well, let's move on from the urine yellow or gold uniforms and get to the color gold, which should have happened, which goes to Agman's comment that he was trying to lead us to here, which is the Saints came out with a white helmet this year. Agman, I'm going to let you start us off with this one. What is your view on their alternate helmet that they came out with? Now, NFL last year, right before the season started, they said, hey, you can have a third helmet option. And a bunch of teams really at the last minute went out and did some wild, some not so wild, but I'm glad they at least went for it and did a third helmet option. This is kind of along those lines of the third helmet. What's your opinion on these ones, Agman?
I like these ones. Like, I don't get me wrong. They're standard helmets. There's nothing wrong with them. I like them. I like their black ones because when those were introduced, those looked sweet. I like that they went the other way and said, okay, we have black, let's do white. I think it looks super clean. The gold matches really well with the white. The stripe looks really good to me. I like how on the stripe too, you can kind of see it in the top left part of the picture. You can see the logo imprinted like shadow on there. I think that's great. Like, they used what they had and they didn't commit any crimes doing it. Like, they did it correctly. This is what they should have done. They did it. I think it looks great. I'm very excited to see these in action, and I wonder how they're going to pair these because that might make or break how cool they are if they pair these wrong. Because NFL
Yeah.
teams, for some reason, have the tendency of making something really cool and then pairing it to make them look really bad.
Yeah, by pairing it,
And
he's talking
unfortunately,
about which
I think the
uniform
Saints might
combo
be
they.
something that would do that.
Yeah, which uniform combo they go with is what Agman's referring to with the pairing. Now, you made a comment to it, but first, before I get to that, I want to talk about color of urine. These guys, this needs to drink more water. If you're on the urine anyway.
I will say, Sergio, I'm sorry that your team is now being compared to a urine test.
Yeah,
Like, they're not that awful,
my
are
bad.
they?
No.
They
That
will be.
said, the gold.
They will be. There we go.
The gold is the correct gold, and I like when teams do this kind of thing, which is they add those little details in there, which you hinted at, Agman, which is those little fleur de lis in there in the
I'm glad you
stripe.
said it, 'cause I wasn't even about to screw that up.
Well, I probably still screwed it up. I really like that kind of detail in there. And as Riz said, it's better than just the dots. You know, the dots are kind of a lame thing that some teams like the Broncos would do. But
The dot matrix mullet.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
remind us.
That said, yeah, the dot matrix mullet from last year, as we termed it. That said, Sergio, what do you think? What do you have to say about this alternate helmet for your New Orleans Saints? Are you a fan? Are you not? Did they do it right? Tell us what you think.
This is perfect. No notes. Like,
Wow.
full on. They did. This is what it should look like. And if you look at the black helmet that we saw a minute ago, it has the fleur de lis on it as well.
Oh,
But
really?
in
That is?
case, it's not on a stripe.
I think, isn't that what we're
Yeah,
calling
they
the
kinda-
dots is the fleur de lis,
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah.
So let me
Yeah,
I'll fade
exactly.
back to
And
it, but
and
go
it
ahead.
looks incredibly dumb on those black helmets. This is a way to incorporate that exact same design philosophy into a more traditional looking helmet. Perfect, no notes. And
Okay.
I think they plan on pairing these with the white jerseys and only with the white jerseys.
Oh, with the full gold letter, that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, I like it. On those white jerseys, do they have gold numbers with black piping around it? Sergio, you would know.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, then
the
I would
stripes are super thick in gold. They're great.
Mhm.
I would say I hope the one thing, it was one of the critiques that we had last year was teams would go with the third helmet option. And again, NFL announced it late that they could do it. And I think that may have been the reason why some of them missed, but they would get they would have one color of the stripe and then the color on the jersey that was supposed to match would be a different shade of it. There was a lot of that in last year, so I will say I hope the gold at least matches because that would look pretty clean. White. I'm a big fan, Agman. I know you are as well, of the whole whiteout, blackout options on uniforms, whether or not in the color palette, so to speak. So if the Saints have it matched correctly as far as their golds and whites, this will look super clean and. As Kevin said in the comments, this is indeed the correct gold for the Saints. I like it. I like that it's kind of a chrome sort of color. You know, they've got that reflectivity in there. I'm a big fan of this. I'd even be okay with them going a little more chromed out on the face mask, but I'm not going to critique it. I'm going to say it's still good as is because it matches the gold on the fleur de lis and the stripe. Everything's good about it. I love it. I think we're all big fans or at least good enough fans of this one. So with that said, let's move on to one that I am definitely a fan of. It's something that we've been saying since the moment they changed
2020.
it, which is, once upon a time, this team that is now known as the Washington Commanders, formerly the Washington football team, used to formerly be and correctly named the Washington Redskins. Well, we've been, ever since they changed it, we've said, go back to it, go back to the name, go back to the uniforms. They did half of it. The Washington Redskins, Commanders, whatever, they didn't change the name back. They haven't got bold enough for that, but they brought back, with the exception of the logo on the helmet, they brought back the original Washington Redskins uniform. And I'll start this one off and just say, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I wish they would have brought back bring the whole thing back, bring back the name. I want all of it. But I'll take this as what I can get for now. You know, maybe we're at least headed in the right direction. I like the way this looks. Now, I will say the one thing that I do like about the Commanders and their uniform that they went to is the red that they use on their helmet with their new logo and whatnot. Not this one specifically, but their primary uniform now. I really like that red. I don't even know how to describe it. Just the red that they use on that helmet. It's kind of a matte. I don't know, whatever. But we're not critiquing that right now. We're critiquing this, and I will say I'm here for it. I love it. I'm excited for it, and I'm glad they're going at least this way. I'm all in. Give me this and more. So with that, let's turn it back over to Sergio. What do you think, sir, about the Washington Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them, and their return halfway to the team they used to be?
I think this is what they should have done when changing the name to the Commanders. Like,
Yes.
Because I actually kind of love the name Commanders. It lines up so well with Washington D.C. I think they should go farther and introduce some sort of logo rather than just a janky W. Like, give us some sort of airplane or a tank or there's something that indicates this is like a military commander thing. It's commander, like Commanders.
What if it's just the Washington crossing the Delaware? Would that be a miss? Yes, it would. Anyway,
you just make the side of the helmets look like a quarter. That would be cool.
Oh, hey, you know what? I'd take it. I'd take it. But yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Continue, please.
Yeah, no, so like this should have been the standard jersey from the start to tell the fans, hey, we're still the same team. This W just means we've changed the name of the team, but we look the same colors, same scheme, same jerseys. We're good to go. And instead, there was that weird 2-year period where it's like, we're gonna pull out these black jerseys because hey, that's our color now. It's like, no, it's not, dude. Just come on.
Putting the W on don't they have the W like on the front of the helmet there?
It looks like a dork stamp on those ones. Like it's just bad.
That it does. That it does.
The only problem I see with this is the W doesn't have any white on it.
Okay.
Which makes it contrasts the stripe in a way that's uncomfortable.
Okay. That's fair. I'll take that. I think that W would look a little bit better with some piping, as we've described around it. Agman, what do you have to say about this one?
You guys both said it. Like this is a win. We're stepping in the right direction for what it should look like. This is what it should have been from the start. I agree on the white around the W. I just wish, my only critique with these ones is we're not going to see them that often. We're only going to see these once, maybe twice this year, because this is not a refit of their uniform set. This is just a special, hey, remember when we were good and we won Super Bowls? Well, we'll bring back what we wore then.
Remember what we used to be? Yeah. I will. That's in general. Now the NFL has gone to this kind of, we're putting our fingers in the pies. We're dipping our toes in the waters
for everybody.
What's that?
Member berries for everybody.
Yeah. Yep. We're bringing out these alternate uniforms, going back to our old uniforms, whatever. But they're not. We have 18, 17 games in a season, 18 weeks. Like, come on, we can wear. There's a lot of these teams with their specialty uniforms. It's like a one-time wear, and I think that is just an absolute foul. I mean, we're going to go out, we're going to do these extra uniforms. We get excited. I mean, I know we're not the only ones that get excited, because look at the announcements that happen with the NFL. Watch the internet when they release the Rivals uniforms. I mean, everybody freaks out. We all love it. The community that is football fandom loves this stuff. But when it comes to actually putting it out on the field, we don't see them enough. I mean, I think that kind of goes throughout now with the Saints and like their white helmet. Are we going to see that? Do you know, Sergio? Have they announced? Are we going to see that more than once? Is it going to be a few times? What?
We'll definitely see it 2 or 3 times at least. If they wear it every time with the whites, I would say about 4 or 5 because they tend to go to that white set a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I wish I wish they would, do that. Like, let's see it a few times. Agman, do you know how many times Washington's going to wear this? You said not that many times. Is it going to be a one-off?
See, I was not as prepared this year. Usually I do all the research and I know how many times they're going to wear it because they've started to actually say that, which is great. Mm-hmm. Instead of just you turn on the TV and go, oh, hey, look at that. That's different.
Yeah.
But I think this is probably only going to be a couple times. I think this is definitely maybe equal amount of times to the Pittsburgh Steelers ripoffs that they do. I think they might wear those about the same, so that might be like 4 games out of the year for both of them combined. Like, I don't know. It's probably not going to be much.
Well,
which sucks because these are great.
We're at least headed in the right direction, though. I mean, the return to what we used to be, the team as a whole is kind of returning to what it used to be. In that, this Jaden Daniels, ever since he's come on, which has only been 1 year, the team has kind of started to return to goodness again. And like Agman said at the beginning, these uniforms were what they used to wear or something similar when they were winning Super Bowls. So hopefully the trend for the Washington Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them, is for them to continue to climb, because I think this is a move in the right direction, and hopefully it brings them success. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just rambling. So let's move on to another uniform, which we did kind of review last year, although it's a little bit different. And Agman, I'll let you start us off with this one, because I think you know what the differences are. Maybe not. I'm probably putting you on the spot here, but the Buccaneers going back to the creamsicle, they're bringing it out again this year. They've changed it up a little bit. I am a fan of this. I think everybody is. It used to be the most obnoxiously terrible uniform out there, but the nostalgia of it now, I think, has made it kind of like, ooh, this is cool. As far as Sergio's fashionista sense, I think it's probably a fashion faux pas, because let's be honest, it's not the greatest color combo just straight out the gate, but the nostalgia of it makes it awesome, at least from my perspective. Agman, tell us about this uniform. Tell us what you think. The return to the creamsicle, a little bit different for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, so this one, I'm pretty sure they're keeping their orange creamsicles that they've had the last couple of years. Like, that's still in rotation. This is just another one. And I know we've talked about, like, why don't they bring back throwback away uniforms? Well, they listened this year and they did it. And I'm pretty sure these guys are wearing this when they play the Seahawks, and they're wearing their throwbacks. So we have a double throwback game, because the first game of each team, I think, or the first Seattle game for sure, 50 years ago, which might have been the first Bucks game, was Bucks Seahawks, and this is what they wore.
That's right.
So it's a great nostalgic thing and a historical thing that they're doing. I think this one is better than the orange creamsicles because everything matches now. Everything looks like, we talked about how stripes don't match. Everything matches here. The red, orange, red, it all looks the same. I'm pretty sure, like, it's orange cream, all of that stuff, but I distinctly remember, like, the Crayola, like, 48 or 64 pack of crayons that have all the random colors.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure there's one that's called mac and cheese that is this orange.
Okay. Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
These ones, they look clean. And I love less orange. Not that the other ones were bad, but I think these are just a step that's even better. Which is kind of weird, because when we reviewed uniforms, we've kind of been going back. This is reference for you, Sergio, going back this season. I've gotten my girlfriend involved in this whole process in the show, and I think she's enjoying it. She hasn't said no about liking it so far. We've been going through and talking about just the regular uniforms, because she's not the biggest football person, so we're bringing her into the fold. And we've kind of said all of the white uniforms are a lot more boring. I don't think this is the case with these ones. These ones are better than the orange ones. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll throw it to you, see what you think.
I will say, by the way, let me just throw one comment in there before we give it to Sergio, and that is that, yes, as Agman has said, he's hinted, we've seen her in the comments, Riz is who it is. Agman got himself a Taylor Swift out there, and anyway, she's coming along in the football sense and becoming, like you said, a fan, and we are introducing her and bringing her into it with the original uniforms. We haven't got her involved in the alternates yet. You know, you gotta crawl before you can walk. But yeah, I do also want to say that the creamsicle, the orange jersey, was like a little bit too much of a punch in the face. Like it was a little too strong of a smack. I like this white. Well, what you said about it. Okay, let me shut up now. Turn it over to Sergio like we said we were gonna. What do you have to say about these uniforms, sir?
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Like I think they walked before they could run, or ran before they could walk last year when they introduced the full creamsicle jersey, because that's a lot. Like it looked good, but these look so much better because the creamsicle is understated. And the red and the orange work really well as accent colors. So, like, this looks great because it's essentially an accent to the white. When you pull the orange out and make it the entire, like, top, and then work around that, it gets muddy and it just doesn't pop the same way.
Yeah.
Because that color orange is not a good accent, or is not a good main color. It's a really good accent color. Like, and the thing is like, there's nothing wrong with red and orange as a color combo, but when you walk into a stadium and all the seats and all the signage and all the banners and all the flags and every cheerleader and everybody is wearing this stupid color orange, that's when you start thinking this might be a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty solid take on that. Yes. Being slapped over and over and over in the face with that orange is a lot to take. I think we're all in agreement. This is a good move for them. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but it's a good look. I like it. Speaking of, well, geez, I don't even know what to say. Let's go to Sergio first on this one.
We got to know what he thinks of these other ones.
Yeah,
We've already talked about them on the regular show. It's your turn.
The
like,
Steelers
this is all you.
are bringing a kind of a newer throwback to what they. I don't know. Sergio, what do you think about Sergio about the Steelers in this return to the stripes, but a more modern era with what is
Not
this?
the Bumblebee.
What is this thing? I do like the helmet, but that aside, what is this?
Why does it look like a bulletproof vest?
Yeah. It looks like
that's all I see.
It looks like a bulletproof vest for prisoners. Like it's got the
longest yard, but yellow.
Yeah.
Like so these are quote unquote throwback jerseys.
Yep, to like 1930 something.
It's
like before the NFL was real.
It's a modernized throwback, right? Because now they're pairing it with this new helmet. Well, that is kind of I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
I think it's a full throwback, but we just like the helmet because it's something new.
Which the Steelers don't typically do. They don't do a lot of new things. The only throwback that I can remember for the Steelers, because it is such a slap in the face, is the Bumblebee uniform, which this kind of looks like it's a turn to the Is there anything right about this uniform, Sergio?
The brown pants look cool.
I mean, it looks like
they just stole them out of the New York Giants' locker room from last year.
Yeah.
Brown pants.
And like for throwback jerseys, I really dig just plain brown pants. Like, hey, we didn't think to actually design pants until like the 60s anyway. So brown pants on throwback jerseys is perfectly fine. I think it would be really bold for a team to do that with a new jersey. like a brand new uniform set that has brown pants. It's like, all right, cool, show up in your khakis. But this top does not make any sense.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I like the numbers. There you go. That's my one. Give me the helmet and the numbers and change everything else because, yeah. Agman, what do you have to say about this one? Anything right going on with this aside from maybe the
helmet's
helmet?
Cool. I would love to see the helmet paired when they do like the black and yellow, like their color rush.
Sorry.
I'd like to see the helmet with that just to see what it looks like. But Sergio, you said khakis, and now all I can think of is the stupid State Farm commercial. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Yeah.
Khakis.
Would you believe a bulletproof vest?
Right.
Yeah.
With the patch on the shoulder, though, it looks kind of like a soccer kit. Like, it looks like MLS soccer stuff because it has, like, the shield crown on the shoulder.
Yeah,
thing.
that definitely, it does look like their Premier League. Yeah, I don't know.
Wrong football, and they said, "Oh crap, these are supposed to go over pads. We made it for the soccer team."
Yeah, it's
the patch looks like they're blacking something out that wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah,
like just a piece of duct tape that's redacted.
Yeah,
there we go.
Redacted. That's a great word for this whole thing. It should be redacted, with the exception of the helmet. The helmet. The one thing they did change is, and they didn't have really the ability to do flat colors, I think, back then. The helmet used to be a shiny yellow. I think the yellow looks a lot better as a flat helmet. Whatever. Let's move on. Green Bay coming to us with perhaps the most complex helmet.
It looks so.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be like, hey, this is cool, but they're a year late on it because Illinois was it right for the college?
One of the college teams.
One of the college teams did this last year where they said, hey, let's airbrush and make the leather helmet. You know, we can't go back to the leather helmet because, you know, CTE and everybody's all sensitive about that. So they airbrushed to make it kind of like the old leather helmet. I will say, I mean, it's cool that they went to that level of detail. I don't necessarily think it looks cool. I mean, I like the idea. That said, you know, the uniforms of old, a lot of them were just misses. Last year, we had the Giants who went to their 100-year anniversary uniform, which was just
so bad.
Horrific. This uniform isn't as horrific as the Giants last year, but I mean, it's just when you've got a crappy old uniform like we see with the Steelers that we just talked about, why go back to it? Like, I understand nostalgia. 2 uniforms ago, the creamsicle was a cool nostalgia, so that works. This, I can't get nostalgic about this because it's just ugly.
I did see a huge smile on Sergio's face, though, so I have a feeling he has a hot take.
All right, Sergio, give us your thoughts on this, whatever this is.
I love this helmet. I love it so much. But and the thing is when I saw the college team or two do it last year, I was like, oh, an NFL team should do this. That's cool looking, and it is. It's cool. Is it dumb? Absolutely. But it's the kind of dumb that I like. Like it's no dumber than like the Eagles helmet having wings. Like, do it. That's cool. But the thing I want to speak to though is nostalgia. So like these are, what are these from? These are from their classic 1923 uniform. 1923. The reason you pull out these classic uniform combos and colors and designs is for nostalgia's sake. Nostalgia only works if the people who were alive back then are still alive now.
Fair.
There you go.
Yeah, because
so, like, these just look like bad Bears jerseys.
Yeah.
The brown yellow almost looks orange. Yeah, that's fair.
By the way, I do want to throw out that we have Sassy back in the comments. One of our jersey winners from last year. Sassy, good to see you. It's good to see everybody out there, but Sassy, it's good to see you in the comments again. Welcome back. She says this uniform is Charlie Brownish, and I think that's a good take. It's kind of a wah uniform. Agman, anything good to say about this? I mean, this is kind of a combo of the brown turd that is the Browns, and I mean, what is this?
Sergio put me on to it. I think he said like a bad Bears jersey. I think this would look better if it was the Chicago Bears, and I wouldn't hate it if it was. Like if it was the Chicago Bears, I'd say this is actually kind of cool. Knowing it's the Green Bay Packers, and yes, they've done a blue and brown throwback with the weird yellow circle with the numbers in it. If you remember that one, when Rodgers was there, they've done that before, but that one, I would even say bring that one back because I've seen that one before. This one, this should be Chicago. That's all I can say now is this should be the Bears.
Yeah. By the way, Sassy has corrected me.
Which they probably hate
actually,
that we've said that.
Yeah, whatever. Now this makes more sense. She said the Steelers one was the Charlie Brownish uniform. And yes, that is definitely, looks like it belongs on Charlie Brown. Whatever. Let's get away from these crappy throwbacks. Helmet, A for effort. I like the idea of doing something neat, but it's not neat. This one is neat, though, and it's not just because I'm a homer, a San Diego Chargers fan. And the reason I say San Diego is this is a throwback back to the days of, well, San Diego. This is, and they kind of did what the Washington Redskins Commanders did, whatever. The Los Angeles Chargers now used to be the San Diego Chargers. This is what they wore when they were in San Diego, and I loved it. They do have a slight difference, though, in that they have their numbers on the side of the helmet, which is something that they've done newer. Maybe it's a throwback to whatever, but I wish they would have done away with the numbers on the side. I'm not a big fan of it. I just want this to go all the way back to what it used to be because I was born in San Diego. That's when I became a Chargers fan because they were the San Diego Chargers. This is what they used to look like, and I think it looks sick. I wish they'd just go all the way back to it. I am a big fan of this one. I love everything about it. I love that everything is the same color blue. They do the blue all the way through from top to bottom. Maybe that's a fashion faux pas. We'll turn it over to Sergio now. Sergio, what do you think about this uniform combo for the Los Angeles, formerly San Diego Chargers?
There's nothing wrong with it.
That's not a very good take.
There's, like if this was the the LA Chargers only color blue, it would be absolutely wonderful. But I'm sorry, I just don't see this as good as the powder blue.
Well, there's nothing that beats the powder blue. I will say the Chargers do have about 30 shades of blue. At least it's not 50 shades of gray, but wife just walks in right as I say 50 shades of gray. That's fantastic. But yeah, they do have about 30 shades of blue. So, Agman, rescue me here. What do you have to say about this one?
I like this one, and we talked about recently when they reviewed these or released these. We had just finished reviewing the regular uniforms with Carissa on the show, and we loved how they did the navy there. I think because we just talked about those, I wasn't as warm on these ones because I didn't love that they introduced the white back into the bolt as much. But then I took a little bit of time and I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure this one's actually considered a modern throwback. So it's like, yes, it's throwback, but it's still the modern like font, and they have the numbers on the helmet and stuff. But this is definitely what from my limited football experience, I guess, as the youngest one here, this is the Drew Brees Chargers era uniforms before they introduced like the weird white bar on the side with Phillip Rivers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I like this one though. Looking back on it, I think this is the one that their coach Harbaugh even wore.
Yeah.
When he was there, but I still think they need to do the Dan Fouts throwback with the gold face mask and do all of that, but they're not going to get there yet. They
They're
have
on
too
their
many
way.
new ones now to get there.
They're on their
the
way.
next one in like 2 more years they'll get there. But
Yeah.
I don't mind these ones. I kind of am sad that these are going to be these and the next ones are taking away the navy that they have with like that blacked out bolt on the helmet.
Yeah.
And they're like royal blue. Those are going away to make room for these ones. And I kind of don't love that, but these aren't bad to look at either.
I like it, and maybe it's just from my childhood. That said, I do not like this next one. This is, and I know I'm kind of stealing your thunder here, but I thought it the same. The Savannah Banana.
That's
yellow.
1,000% what these are.
What are we
1,000%
doing? Like, I want to like this, but
This looks like it's just Ka-Chow on it.
yeah, this is this is a Lightning McQueen uniform. Yes. Sergio, is there anything right about this? They have at least the powder blue in there. They got the right shade of blue. That said, what the hell? If they throw a single interception in this uniform, they need to just get rid of it altogether.
That's what I was going to say. Like, every time they wear this, Justin Herbert's going to be my quarterback for the week. I don't hate it. I don't. It's a better yellow than some of the other yellows across the league. It's like it got a warmth to it.
That's fair. I can see it.
But it is very loud.
Yeah.
It's a very loud jersey that they best don't only wear like once or twice.
Yeah, this would be one that I'd say, with the one-time wear, okay. This would be one that I'm okay. Well, fair enough. That's good. So,
sometimes you just make jerseys so you can put them on the racks in the stores at the stadium.
That might be what this is, but I don't know if it'll sell. I mean, well, geez, it's just ugly.
It'll sell. It's California. It'll sell.
It will.
Yeah.
You're right. And okay, we're an hour into this thing, so let's keep it moving here. I said that I was gonna, keep us on time. I've done a horrible job of it. So now we're getting to the part where I was really excited about, which is the label, what do you call
thumbnail?
it? The
title.
The title. There we go. That's what the title for the video, which is the Rivals uniform. We're almost there, and we're an hour into the show.
We're gonna talk about the fact that Buffalo actually finally did what we wanted.
Yeah, so this is the transition piece, if you will, from the throwbacks, the alternates, whatever. The Bills finally are going back to the Jim Kelly red helmet that they used to have back in the day. We've said they need to bring it back. That said, they're doing what we've already complained about, which is the one-time wear. They're wearing this one time, and it's their last. And I get this actually makes some sense. They're going to wear it in their last game in this stadium, so it's kind of a farewell. That's going to be the only time they wear this, the last game of the season this year before they go into their new stadium next year. That said, let's be quick on this one because I want to get to those Nike Rivals uniforms. The red helmet, throwing it back to Jim Kelly era. Sergio, what do you think about the Bills in this helmet? I'll say I like their white helmet better, but I am glad they at least are going to this one time. But Sergio, what do you think in general on this red helmet, third helmet option this year for the Bills?
I like it. This is specifically why we want to have the multiple helmet color option.
Yeah.
Because when a team goes to white and there was something that people are nostalgic for, they can bring it back when necessary. Before they had the two shell rule or whatever it is, they couldn't do this. So bravo for allowing this to happen.
Yeah. Yep. Now, Kevin had a good comment here in that this, and maybe this is why they're only wearing it once, this is the 0 for 4 helmet. This is we went to the Super Bowl 4 freaking times, couldn't win it a single time. Just rolling the dice, you would think that one time it would happen. Yeah, 4 in a row, and they couldn't get it done. So maybe that's why they don't really want to wear this one, and I can respect that. Agman, what do you think about the red helmet? I know we've been asking about it. Let's be quick so we can get to the Nike Rivals.
Yep.
Go.
They did it. This is what I wanted. I'm glad they did it. I'm happy it's this red and not the Marshawn Lynch throwback red where it was like that weird dark red. That'd be bad. This is what I wanted. They did it. They nailed it. Great. Move on.
Go team. Okay. Moving on
Go
to
sports ball.
the one that I was excited about, or the reason, the title for this video, which is the Nike Rivals uniform or Rivalries uniform.
Released these way too late.
Yeah,
but
geez. The reason we had to wait so long to do this show tonight is because we had to literally, Agman was building the graphics up to about 3 minutes before show started. So, but Nike and the NFL have now started what is going to continue each season for several seasons now, which is they're doing rivalry pairings, or at least that's what they're terming it. Look, it's just an excuse to make more uniforms, which I'm here for. I love it. Nike is coming out with their rivalries uniforms. They released them yesterday, and here we go. We're in it. We're with Buffalo Bills. I hate to do this because I'm going to be honest. This is my favorite of the rivalries uniforms that were released this year. The Buffalo Bills absolutely hit a freaking home run. Last year, Agman and I have been harping on we need whiteout uniforms. We need blackout uniforms. The Vikings went with the whiteout uniform last year. We were all excited about it. They brought in this chrome, aspect to the horn on the side of the helmet. I know it's kind of way off the color base, etc., but that is what the Bills did for this, and I am all for it. I freaking love this. This is my favorite uniform we're talking about tonight. I have nothing bad to say about it. I love every aspect of it. That said, let me turn it to Sergio. Do you have... Well, let's just hear what you have to say on this Buffalo Bills sick uniform. Ice Baby, as Sassy says. Sassy is a Buffalo fan, and she is all for it. So, really, there you go. That's all you need to know. Buffalo fans are in it to win it, and hopefully they win the bowl this year. Anyway, okay, sorry. Sergio, go.
If we're just talking about whether it looks good or not, then sure. 5 out of 5, good job. Conceptually, it's a nightmare.
Oh.
Just because... when you glance out if you walk into the stadium and glance out onto the field, you want to be able to say, oh, the Bills are doing great, or, oh no, the Bills are doing bad. You have to do some math first. It's like, okay, who's the white team? Wait, the Vikings have white jerseys. No, it's not them. What's going on? Why is there gray? Like, these look almost like they could be Seahawks jerseys. They need to line up with the color scheme of the team. That's all I ask.
I will say there's pretty much no color in here that is in their standard color palette. Even the blue is different. Now, I love it, but okay, I'll give you that. Yeah,
yeah. Like don't choose colors and then abandon them to It looks like they just let Nike's development team just go wild and they just picked whatever fell out of that.
Yeah. Because
this doesn't seem like it was designed by any kind of brand standards person.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so aside from the color palette, did you say at the beginning of this that it was not that bad though? I mean,
no, it looks great. It looks really good. It's just unfortunate it's not on a team that should be wearing those colors.
Okay, fair enough. Agman, what do you have to say on the Buffalo iced out this uniform?
I have notes, not bad. I just have a few points, but this looks really familiar. Oh wait, hey, can I copy your homework?
Is.
Yeah, just change it a little. That's what
that
they
is
did.
A filthy helmet, by the way. I just absolutely love that. But
and I have the white jersey back there somewhere. I don't know if my camera will adjust to see it, but I was looking at this one really closely making these today. On the shoulders, it actually has like a texture to it.
Yes.
It has that ice, like frost theme to it. Yes, they also took their pictures in like blowing snow or like fake snow, so it was really hard to actually get a clean picture.
Yep.
That's one thing we'll come back to later. I hate when NFL does this. Just take your fancy pictures.
Look, we're trying to
Take some
steal
clean
your
pictures for
photos
us
to make our
schmucks that do
graphics.
this.
Make
Like,
it easy on us. Come
oh
on,
my God,
people.
there's a team we're still going to get to, and it might be the last one, and I just want to strangle the photographer because they didn't make a clean picture. But anyway,
Oh, yeah, I know. That
I
was
love
bad.
the ice look on like the stripe. It looks cool. The only thing you can see on the background, I did Buffalo Stadium, but I did it when it was snowing. Okay. You have a hard enough time beating Buffalo or when they're in a snow game. Now you have to freaking find them in a snow game. Like, it does look cool though. Like, I like the iced out Buffalo on the shoulder. It all looks really sweet. I think it's going to be awesome to see these in person, but it looks like they copied Minnesota's homework from last year.
They definitely, yeah. I mean, they saw what Minnesota did and they liked it. But that said, I
It
loved
still
what
looks
Minnesota did, and I think so. We're all in agreement that it at least looks cool. It's a bit of a fashion faux pas in that they're not following their color palette. However,
But if they threw red in there, it would stand out and look
it would
bad.
look terrible.
Red would look off in here.
It would look terrible. But I think this is going to be a one-time wear, which I'm not excited about.
One or two. They have a rivalry schedule they've actually posted, and I thought it was going to be pretty cut and dry, and then some teams wear them like 3 times, some wear them once, and it's like, this doesn't make any sense how you scheduled this. So I don't know if the Bills wear it 3 times or if they wear it once.
I mean,
don't
they're
know.
still working
I think it's
on
week
it.
5
It's a
for
work in
sure
progress.
against the Patriots, but
Okay, so week 5, I thought this was a late season wear as well, and so I was going to say there's a chance it will be snowing, and these guys will definitely get lost because if there's anywhere it snows and snows big time, it's Buffalo.
it's Buffalo and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so, okay, so let's move on to a terrible team. Sergio, we'll turn it over to you first because I don't know. You might think this is terrible in that this is not in their standard color palette. The New York Jets going back to a blackout uniform, of which now they have 2 versions of blackout because they've got their blackout from last year with the green chromium, which I loved, but now their Nike rival uniform went blackout as well, which Sergio, tell us about it.
Black.
It's
I think
not.
What
it's
is
like a
it?
Dark, like a
Oh, no, it's like a gray.
forest green.
Oh, it's a green?
What I see, I'll say my little quick, just what I see when I think of these. Also, these are called their Gotham City uniforms. That's legit. They call them Gotham City. But
Make them black.
it looks like it looks like when I see these, that's green because it is a green. I think U.S. Special Forces.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's their green. Is like that's Special Forces green.
Yeah. I mean, that's how. And now as my eyes adjust to this, I see that it is indeed green. Yeah. So sorry,
And they have,
Sergio.
the
We've both.
diamond pattern, the diamond plating.
We need
pattern
to
on their
shut up and
shoulder.
let him actually review this. We turned it to Sergio, then we both have interrupted him.
No,
Tell us more
you're right,
about
like-
this. What is this?
This metal pattern thing. That's a good catch. Yeah. This is a mess. The thing is if this was their take every green part of this and make it their regular green, I think this would be okay. Because it has stripes in the right place. It's got some interesting design on the upper arm. And it's not a crime, but making it this almost unrecognizable green and then calling it the Gotham City jerseys is wrong.
Well,
It just wrong.
and is that black then, the other color, or is that a blue?
It looks like gunmetal is what I'd call it.
But it's a miss on gunmetal. I don't know what this is. Like their numbers appear to be silver-esque, gunmetal-esque. Yeah, what?
None of these colors are Jets colors, by the way.
Yeah.
No, that we can all agree on.
And they did kind of a different font there with the numbers as well. I don't know what kind of font that is.
Looks Irish almost to me. Like,
yeah.
I think Dublin,
What
Ireland.
is going
pub.
on?
Like, I don't know why.
Because when I think Ireland, I think aircraft.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess. I
yeah,
don't know.
no kidding. I will say, I guess I like the silver. That's about it. Agvan, is there anything else okay about this? What I thought I was a fan of this. I'm not. I have changed my tune.
If this wasn't the New York Jets and we knew what was the New York Jets, this does look pretty cool. Like, a football team wearing this would be really cool. But you think New York Jets? You don't think I'm Batman, but I'm slightly green.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm kind of Batman.
yeah.
What? I will say for the two teams to have the probably two biggest flops now that I see it, aside from, the things like the Steelers and whatever that was, it should be the Jets and the Browns, two of the crappiest teams in the NFL. If you're going to just kind of throw a turd out there, this would be a team to do it for, So
if this was a college jersey and you told me that this was like Army or Navy wearing this,
I'd
be
believe
like,
you.
dope, great choice.
yeah, this would be a sick Army uniform. Yeah. I don't know. Guys in the comments and ladies, olive drab. Yeah, this is definitely that's an olive drab green. This is a very
I hope it looks good on camera because the pictures
Vietnam.
don't really make it look good.
yeah.
I hope the TV's better.
It's and then what are they? They kind of went whatever. Moving on. Geez, it's just terrible.
Speaking of drab,
Yeah, well, this next one. This one, okay, I'll start off on this one. New England, I like the white helmet, I think, but their jersey color, it's like they couldn't decide, and so they kind of just went in the middle of a whole bunch of things, and then with the NE on the shoulders, like, are we Nebraska? I know it's New England, but like, what are we doing here? Like, I mean, what Drake May there, the look on his face pretty much says it for this uniform. And then
There's no good pictures for this one
what?
either.
Well, I mean, that's about as cool as this uniform is to me, at least. And I want to like it, but I don't see anything to like. Sergio, what is going on here?
this is a bad jersey. It looks like it got washed with the wrong set of clothes.
Yes.
Like the whites and the colors got mixed in the wash, and suddenly all the jerseys turned out this weird drab blue that looks like lint, like dryer lint.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yes. Oh my Lord. This is like blue jeans and white sweatshirts. That's what you've got for dryer lint.
Yeah, and the little red stars around the collar, nah.
Yeah, those stars are stupid. And Tim Garvin, who is not even a football fan, is in our comments. And Timmy, I appreciate you being in the comments for a football show. I'm excited you're here. But he says Nike is now 0 for 3. And that's, I don't know if I'd go 0 for 3. I think the Buffalo is a home run. That's my opinion. Although I respect Sergio's opinion on that, in that, you know, it's not
1
in their
and 2
color
is not
palette.
much better than 0
Wait a
and 3,
second.
though.
Look at the stripes have like a
They have
lattice.
a cross pattern. That's
It's
like
like
hatching
lattice.
pattern thing is real.
What is, geez,
That's
oh,
not a
Pizzo,
watermark.
Nike.
That's real.
What are we doing, bro?
The more you look at it, the worse it gets.
Yeah, this is not getting any better. And I thought well, okay, look, I wanted to like the helmets. I don't. Agman, do you, what?
See, okay, so I have
rescue
mixed
this?
feelings on this one because everything that you guys have said, I agree with completely. Even the weird dot matrix things on the block letters, they also included a drop shadow. Like, they have everything that we say we don't like by itself. They put them all together. But for some reason, I do not absolutely hate these. Like, there's something about it just in the back of my head where I'm like, I can't put my finger on why. I actually kind of like the NE on the shoulders
They're
because,
Nebraska.
well, it's something different. We talked about it last time where it's like they need to do something that is
Like,
a little
let's
different and
go
make it
with
add more to
anything else other than this. Like,
I don't know. I don't hate these. I kind of like the stars around the collar, but
You
it
like
kind of
that.
the red looks a little weird.
this guy
It's
needs
not-
help.
It's not my favorite. Like, it's not good, but there's just something about it where I'm like, is it teetering on so bad it's starting to become good again in my head? Like, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know. There's something about it that
It's
just,
not as big of a
I
miss
wanna
as
see it-
the Jets.
I want
were.
to see more. No.
There's so many things going on. This is like if an everything bagel was a jersey.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's
There we go.
Yep. Yeah, this is the everything.
I want to see these again and see these in action before I really say like, nah, these are
It's
awful. or
like
these
they
are great.
kept.
Like, the pictures don't do, I think, what they want them to do.
You know, when somebody paints something and they just continue to try and rescue a crappy painting, and so they like add something else to it and add something else, thinking that it's eventually going to become a Bob Ross masterpiece.
But then they went too far.
Yeah,
and
it's
"Crap,
like
go back."
that's what happened here. They started off all wrong to begin with this color, and then they're like, well, I don't know, add a drop shadow to the numbers. Okay, no. Okay, add the Broncos dot matrix to the numbers. No, okay, no. Hey, let's put an NE on the shoulder. Oh no, okay. Hey, add some lattice work. Like, what the hell are we doing? This is, yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a
very
fan.
busy yet trying to be subtle.
Yeah, whatever. Let's move on. All right.
don't know.
This next one, I'm okay with this one. I like this one. Again, blackout, whiteout. Sergio's
Sergio
giving
already
us the
disagrees
shake. I
with you.
see it.
Oh.
I see it. It's not in their color palette, but whatever.
Let's
I'm
go.
going against the grain, dude. I like it. The Miami Dolphins in their blackout uniforms. I dig it. I'm just gonna say
This is
it.
what we've talked about, Josh, for a blackout. This is what I was
Yes.
picturing.
This is good. I like it. Sergio, tell us why you don't.
Okay. I don't know what picture we have up right now.
It's
but
the two players in the blacked
the two
out
players-
Miami
okay,
uniform.
Good. Then you can see that they turned the sun teal.
Okay.
Okay,
It's the
yeah.
sun.
Yeah.
Like,
It's-
it's a Southern Florida team that is inherently associated with the bright sun and it being hot and beautiful weather and sandy white beaches. Let's make our jerseys jet black and turn the sun teal. No, hard no across the board. I do
Okay.
like the numbers. The numbers look cool. I like the numbers.
okay, so
They would look way better on a white jersey.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. I still like it. Eggman, what do you think? Guys in the comments, somebody tell me this is okay. Tell me I'm not the only one that likes this.
Our lunar eclipse idea that we wanted to say where it's like the black versus white, this is exactly what Miami should do for
Maybe
a
that's
blackout
what this is.
uniform.
Maybe this is an eclipse sun. It's the dolphin. I don't know.
When you
Anyway.
said, but all I could think of, again, my nerd brain, when you said they turned the sun teal, all I could think of was like a Superman thing. It's like, okay, what kind of superpowers under a teal sun are we going to get? Because they have a red sun for Superman, all that, whatever. But, like, I think Miami with the bold color choice on the black is something that they should do. But I was really hoping they'd go full, like, not to copy the basketball team in the same town, but, like, everyone's saying, do a Miami Vice thing, do a Miami Vice thing. I was really hoping they'd have like some obnoxious pink in there. Like, I don't know why, but like do the pink, teal, orange and just make
Sure.
it really obnoxious. I kind of wanted that. And I'm kind of disappointed they don't have that obnoxious pink in there.
Yeah,
I'm being
well,
completely honest with you.
would that made it any better, Sergio, if they just threw pink in there and got who was that Don or whoever, whatever.
Don Knotts.
Yeah.
Not Don Knotts.
No, not Don Knotts.
No.
Don. Oh, Kevin, you're 1,000 years old. Who's the Don guy from Miami Vice?
Don Johnson.
There it is.
Don Johnson. Yeah. It would have been better in that it would have made me smile.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. I still like it. Timmy likes it. He says he can get behind this one. He likes the matte black on the helmet. I will say, okay, look, let's go to this other picture with the Miami uniform, in that this one actually
Miami
shows
sucks at getting pictures of this. They did not release official pictures, and I hate them for this.
Well,
I had to scrounge to find these.
On this
Maybe
next
they're
one, this
embarrassed.
is the one with just one player in it, Sergio, number 15, whoever that is. I do now. Come on, you got to at least be able to get behind the stripe. Like, that looks cool, right? With
On the numbers?
No. Sorry, the helmet stripe. The helmet
yeah,
stripe.
the helmet stripe's fine, but no, they don't usually have stripes, do they? Or do they?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, they do.
I think they do.
They definitely do.
Yeah. So yeah, their stripe has always been fine. I have no problem with that. This just doesn't scream Southern Florida.
Now, I wonder when they're going to wear this. Like, are they going to wear this in the
I
heat
need to
of
post
the...
the schedule or find it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
if they wear these at home in any time before October, they're gonna die of heat stroke.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Riz is saying it's definitely not the move. So it's not bad, but it's not the move. She agrees with you on the whole sun thing there, Sergio. I don't know. I'm still a fan. Is it anywhere near as good as the Buffalo uniform? No. But it's hard to beat that one, in my opinion. Let's move to another blacked out uniform. This one, come on, this one's got to be better, though, right? The San Francisco 49ers, you absolutely can. I am, again, a fan of this one. I like it. I like the blackout, whiteout. We've talked about it. I've said it over and over again. I am all for this. I like this one. So, Agman, go for it. What do you have to say?
I wanted to defend this one first because I know Sergio's going to tear it to shreds. I wanted to get my opinions in here first because they've done a black uniform before. When they did the color rush the first time, they did a black uniform. They did not give him a black helmet to go with it, so it looked a little wonky, and they didn't have outlines on their red numbers, so it looked a little weird then. Those were also the Kaepernick days, so they also had their whole other crop of weird.
Yeah.
But for what they would do for a blackout uniform, incorporating both colors, I think they nailed it. Like the gold drop shadow, the Niners can get away with a drop shadow because they always have with their throwbacks somehow. I love that they went with the fancy font.
Yeah, I like
that.
They
used to have, and
it's
they
a very
really brought it back.
49er font.
It doesn't say 49ers right here. It says faithful because it's 49ers faithful is like what they call their fans. So that part I'm not huge on. I love the helmet though. The gold face mask with the red stripes, that blackout, like this looks like, hey, San Francisco 49ers, Bravo 6 going dark. Like they're going to go out and snipe somebody.
Nice.
I think these ones are a win. I just don't know when they're going to wear them, so I don't know what we're going to see in the opposition of them. I don't want them to wear these all the time. This is like a one and done I think would be great. I really like these because I know black's not their thing.
Yeah.
But I think this is a better use of black than it was when they did like the black stripe on their primary helmets with like the later TO days.
Yeah.
Those were weird. But I like how they did this.
I will say
go for it.
The faithful thing, of which I didn't notice at first, that part's stupid. The rest of it I'm all for. So Sergio, go for it.
I agree. The faithful thing is real dumb. Like it'd be like the and we haven't gotten to the Seahawks. I don't know if they did this.
That's
the
next.
Seahawks put the 12th man right here.
I don't think they did. I think they saved that.
I love the font. Love the font. Even the drop shadow, the gold being like the sharp, like angular, like it almost looks like it's made of metal.
Yeah.
It's so shiny and glossy. That works really well. The fact that like 80 years, some designer put a drop shadow on the San Francisco 49ers logo, and that just turned into a color that's in their scheme now, kind of bugs me.
Okay, yeah.
Because black is, they have red and gold. This combo is one of the best combos in the NFL.
Okay.
Just from a pure color standpoint. and for them to just say, screw it, we're going to go with black, and not try to work around what is already a really good color scheme, really, it bugs me. They've worn enough black jerseys over the course of history for me to finally actually say, fine, I guess black's your color. But it's like, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
If we're just talking about how good these look pretty good. They look pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the black helmets.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Because again, they have a really good color gold helmet.
Yeah, I mean they do. Their helmets.
I'm happy they didn't go a gold jersey on this though. Like they had all the chance in the world to do a gold jersey, and it would have been. I think it would have been too much.
That would have been hideous. That would have been like the right orange gold, for the creamsicle.
Too much.
Yeah. I'm
very happy they've stayed away from that aspect of it though.
Yeah,
they could have done it.
It's really. I'm reluctant to like this jersey, but unfortunately, I have to because it looks good.
It does. It does. I don't know. I've said it many a time.
I want to know what one of my best friend's opinions on this is, because he's a Niners fan. So I really want to know what he thinks. So I might have to text him after the show and get his thought and let you guys know, because I think he'll have some thoughts.
Kevin made a comment in that now they're faithful to make it even worse. They did it in cursive, which that's not the part that made it worse, but they put a freaking Q at the beginning of it. It's quaithful. It's because if you're going to go cursive, that
I got to zoom in.
Number 2 looking thing is how you write a cursive Q. So it's quaithful. It's not even faithful. It's that part's stupid
these days anyway.
Yeah, well they don't even teach it anymore.
It looks like they're kind of trying to do. Sergio, you're the music guy too. If you zoom in, it kind of looks like they're trying to do the Fender F, but it does look like a Q from
that
far
part's
away.
a miss. The rest of it, I'm all here for. Speaking of
Fender
a miss,
isn't from San Francisco though.
I know that's the thing, but it kind of looks like the Fender F, but from far out, it does look like a Q.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to Seattle then, and Sergio, I'll throw it right to you. I know we've said many a time, well, Sergio, go first, and then we both talk. So Sergio, go first. Here we go. Seattle, just go.
Are these supposed to be like? Is this supposed to look like feathers?
I think so. That's my guess. It's like a feathery look.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
I don't know what else it'd be.
I really like whatever's happening with the letter, like the numbers. It almost looks like an Aquaman style skin. That is
I haven't looked at this.
That is a good way to describe it. It definitely does.
Yeah. But these shoulders are a nightmare. Not quite stripes, not quite spots, not quite stripes, or even not quite what am I looking for?
Anything? I don't know what it is.
This isn't piping. I guarantee this isn't piping. So as I said,
it looks like
feathers.
It's a shoulder fart. I
I
don't know what that is.
Feathers because it's the Seahawks. I honestly do. Looking at this, it's
giving
me feathers vibes.
Yeah.
Now, not a sentence I thought I would ever say in my life.
In their numbers, which the Aquaman feel to it is a great way to describe that. It is they look plasticky to me. But they have some sort of, again, like we noticed in the Drake May lattice work on his shoulders, they have some texture-ish looking stuff in there. I don't know what it is either. If it's little diamonds or squares or whatever, but I don't really like the numbers. I'll say I don't like the numbers. In fact, I don't really like much about this as a whole. The helmet, maybe. I don't know. Agman, what do you think?
You can call me wrong. This is perfectly fine, but I actually really thinking about putting these together. I actually do like these.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about what they have now, and how everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is so over designed," and they wear highlighter green and all of the over design and weird block stuff that they do. I love the Aquaman take. It kind of like the Aquaman armor or even the Deep from The Boys because it's that green.
Yeah.
But they went back to a blue, tealish color with their helmet. It's not grayish blue. It's more on the blue side than the gray side. Like when they went to the Super Bowl.
But it
with
doesn't match
Hasselbeck.
anything else on the uniform. Anyway,
But
sorry.
I think this is what the look should be for a Seahawk uniform and not whatever they have now. Like they should have the wing incorporated because they're the Seahawks. That blue is kind of getting closer to that weird blue-gray they had that I think is actually kind of neat. It's not the highlighter green. I think this should be more incorporated in their base design. And I don't mind this. And, you know, the Seattle Seahawks, Seattle, Washington, not that far from Eugene, Oregon, Nike, Oregon Ducks, they're Nike's plaything. Seattle would be the NFL team that is Nike's plaything, and this kind of gets in the Oregon Duck vibe with the wings. I don't hate it. I actually kind of think this would be better if Seattle wore this more, because then you're not getting the weird geometry shape here with the highlighter green. I mean, they still use the same font. Those numbers are the same. But I like the wing on the Seahawk effect because it kind of reminds me of Oregon, and when they have the wing effect on their uniforms, I like it. So I don't mind these.
I like the
it's
Oregon.
Weird seeing Cooper Kupp in a Seattle uniform. Don't get me wrong, but I do kind of like.
Oh gosh, that's who that is.
I don't mind them.
Yeah, I've been staring at those numbers so much that I'd never noticed it was Cooper Kupp. You know, there's been a lot of comments on the
blue's a little weird on the helmet, but I don't mind the look of the uniform itself.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Can I interject with one thing?
Go for it. Yes.
Those helmets are two-toned.
Seriously?
Yeah. I had to look up more pictures of it, but the helmets are two-toned.
I will say the
They're
sticker budget guy failed again, but
really,
yeah, they're like blue and green, like kind of like a fade.
Is it aqua?
Not Jacksonville type two-tone though, right?
Oh no, not that egregious.
They're just mixed.
It blends really well, but like part of it is blue and then part of it is green and then.
Really? It.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, that's not cool. That makes it worse. Like, there's been a lot of comments about the numbers. We've had everything from Sassy saying the numbers are very lizard-like. Sportnick's Kevin said it's, what is that word? You're a teacher, Agman. What is that word that Sportnick said there? ARAPAIMA. What is that? What's that word?
I'm an ag teacher who does deal with fish, and I have no idea.
Yeah, anyway,
it looks like you went for aquamarine and just totally went on the wrong side of the keyboard.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. I guess the numbers are you either like them or hate them. I'm in the hate them category.
I never thought we'd get a NASCAR reference in an NFL show.
Like Jeff
Kevin just said it's like
Jeff
Gordon's color shifting cars.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd get a NASCAR reference in this show.
In an
We're talking
NFL.
about F1 racing, but I never thought we'd get NASCAR.
Hey, bring it, Timmy. I like it. Whatever. Let's move on. I'm not a fan. You guys kind of like them.
I'm the same.
It's definitely, it seems to be you either like them or you hate them. I'm in the, I wouldn't, hate's maybe a little strong for it, but I definitely don't like them. Let's move on to the Los Angeles Rams, which I believe, no, it's our second to last one. They're going with the blackout, of which I have harped on the fact that I'm a big fan of the blackout whiteout. Not liking this one, though. Sergio, what do you think?
Hard barf.
Yeah. Okay, good.
First off, we know where I stand adopting the color black when it's not your colors.
Yep.
Let's move past that and get to the fact that this looks like Venom is taking over their jerseys.
Yes.
Yep. Agreed.
That's
Add to
exactly
the
what this
Marvel
looks
thing,
like.
complete with the
like,
Kirby crackle on their shoulders.
Yeah, it's evil Matthew Stafford now.
So Sportniks
that's
has
perfect.
clarified that it's a big old Amazon fish, that Arapaho fish scales or whatever he said. Anyway, Agman, sorry, I got distracted by everything to do with this uniform. Is there anything good with this? Either of you?
For a blackout helmet, for a blackout helmet, or blackout uniform, the helmet's cool. Like if you were to do the blackout look, that's probably what they should do anyway. But the Venom thing, I see that wholeheartedly now. And then the comic book in me sees like the dots, and it's like that's the Kirby crackle from Jack Kirby comic books in the '60s. Like we got home a couple weeks ago from watching the Fantastic Four movie, and that's all I can think of when you say that. But yeah, they had if it was just black and yellow, then we'd say, okay, they're copying the Steelers color scheme, but they had to throw blue in there. But I think if they got rid of the blue, it might look a little better, because then the light blue's not trying to like say, hey, I'm a Spider-Man suit, try not to get taken over by Venom, help me.
Yeah. Timmy says this looks like a 5-year-old made the decisions on this, the design decisions. Yeah, I think it's a unanimous nah on this one. I wonder, though, and I mean, this is a far reach, because it's like I'm basically saying, if you changed everything about this, would it be good? What if we changed the yellow Rams horn to a chrome blue? Would that look cool?
Look cool?
Yeah, but again, that's kind of saying, well, if you just kept this but did everything different, it would look cool. That's pretty much, I think, what that comment is. So, that said, let's move to our last uniform of the day.
This one drives me crazy. This next one.
This and
mainly the photographer.
Well, the photographer did not know what they were doing. The same 5-year-old that made the fashion choices on the Rams uniform is the one who made the photography choices on the Arizona Cardinals uniform. Because you see some of them, they're like, let's have it in regular lighting, and then some of them it's in red lighting, and so you can't even tell which one's the actual color of the uniform. The one on the left, if you will, is the actual color. The Buda Baker on the right there with the red is not really, it's not that color, the pink. But what in God's green earth is going on with this jersey? I
have some insight to it, kind of, because it's Arizona, so they're in the desert. So they're doing the desert sand. There's supposed to be a texture on there. You can kind of see it, like the sand, and there's a sandstorm. They actually just had a giant sandstorm in Phoenix 2 days ago.
Which is the actual term for the sandstorm is a haboob, and this kind of looks like this is a boob of a uniform.
Yeah, it's a haboob of a uniform. So I like the sandy look and the thought behind it. I actually like that they put the Arizona state, like the state of Arizona, on the shoulder with what I think, if they had the correct color and actually just took a regular damn photograph of it instead of red, I think it's supposed to have the state flag in it.
Yeah.
But I hate this cameraman.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing is I can't even review the uniform properly because the cameraman just said, let's put a red filter on it and make it look like Dune. And that's all we're doing. It's like, let us look at the damn colors in normal light.
It is very reminiscent of Dune.
So speaking of not in your color palette, this is not anywhere in anyone's color palette. What is this, Sergio? Is there anything right with this uniform, or is everything as wrong as it appears to look to me?
It's probably not as bad as it looks to you. I found some pictures that are a bit closer to what it's actually going to look like. I know that this wasn't what they were intending, but this whole blood splattered white jersey really sends a message.
Yeah.
It's still just the Cardinals, so it's not going to send much of a message. But like the airbrush of the I don't know if you can see it in the picture on here. The Cardinal on the helmet is styled as if it's airbrushed onto the helmet. It's not. It's still just a sticker.
Yeah, I see the
airbrush
I see
effect
that.
is cool though, actually.
Yeah, like I dig that a lot. But this is the hot rod with flames painted on the front of it.
Yeah.
Jersey.
Oh, and I just noticed the back of the helmet has the Arizona flag part on it too.
Yeah.
Like the back pad on the helmet. That's kind of neat. I like that. They incorporated the state they're in. I do like that part of it.
Yeah, the state thing's cool.
Yeah. It's just, you don't show up to the game with your jerseys already looking dirty.
Hell, they definitely did.
Right.
You don't know. You look clean and you get them dirty because you look like a football player. Then at the end of the game, if you were on the bench the entire time, you're still gonna have blood splatter all over your shirt.
Maybe this is the participation medal thing, to where if you don't play, it still looks like you played. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Kevin did just say go greased lightning.
Go, yeah, go something.
It's very close to being really good. I'll give it that. Because Arizona has always had really bad uniforms just across the board. So
yeah,
they tried really hard.
Their black ones are cool, but again,
get the you tried medal on this one.
Yeah, tried really hard.
I will say the helmet is growing on me. The kind of sand flat, whatever, with the. I do like the design of the Cardinal. I think it's a cool looking Cardinal head. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of a miss, kind of a rough one to end on.
They look like they should come out of the tunnel with the Dune soundtrack, where it's just like the screaming. I can't think of how the soundtrack goes, but like the one where it's just the one lady singing, no words but sounds. They should walk out of the tunnel to that because
this one,
of the stupid
this
photographer.
This is what this one says to me. It's the GOAT. Anyway, there's just not much going on good about this. That said, holy cow, we've gone for an hour and 45 minutes. Maybe we should let everybody get to bed.
This now concludes your feature presentation.
Yeah. Shoot. I don't even know how to make a transition from this uniform to it. So with that said, let me just go to our social slide. Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Take a screenshot of this. Go back to any one of those QR codes. Hold your thumb on it later. It'll take you wherever you want to go. If you can't figure it out, tough. Sergio, why don't you tell the folks before we get out of here, let's bookend it with how they can find you. And by the way, thank you for once again, third year in a row joining us. I hope we can continue to do it. I enjoy having you on. But yeah, tell the folks how they can find you going forward.
You can find me. I'm on every platform imaginable under LIUGEAUX, or you can listen to my podcasts. We are Shellheads Podcast. You can find us on all podcast platforms. And the other one is Car Crash Hearts. We talk about music. So
love it.
Love
it. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, if I was a better host, I would have linked you in the description, but I didn't. Maybe next year. So reason to come back. Agman, any final words, any parting thoughts before we let these folks finally go to bed?
Yeah, I guess, Sergio, just thank you again for being willing to do this. I know we reach out to you saying, hey, we need to get you on more, and we actually do. Hopefully this year we can actually make that work because we're making this show a little different. But for those of you at home, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Also, we didn't just take a break to come back with nothing. We are doing a doubleheader. Tomorrow night we have our fantasy football draft episode. So it's not the most riveting entertainment, but we think it's fun. So if you want to see how our fantasy teams are going to look this season, see if I somehow rigged the system and get the first pick again.
Dude, if you do, that is
tune in tomorrow
against humanity.
Let's see, what time did I say? 6 p.m. Mountain.
7 Central.
Do the
there you
math
go.
Wherever you are living. 7 Central, 6 p.m. Mountain. Tune in for that if you want to.
Dude, shut up. Let these people go to bed.
It'll be a good show.
It's so bold.
It'll be a good show tomorrow. So tune in for the second part.
You should do the math.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm sorry, man. Love you. All that good stuff.
Second part of our DTD doubleheader before the season begins. Fantasy football. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. We'll see y'all. Thank you all so much. Later.